Ew, I'm Tits.
Hey everyone, and I'm Areolas. Hey,
We're doing Frankenstein. What's your first review? What's your first exposure to Frankenstein?
man,
Like
did this
ever.
movie ever? I don't know.
Ever in this movie.
Ever would be, I don't know, when you just a kid and you see like the buckets of Halloween candy where you see a Frankenstein.
Yeah.
As far as this movie, this is the first time I've ever been watching it. I'd never seen it before. What about you?
Well, I watched it last year for the first time, and Frankenstein is just kind of a staple everywhere. I think I watched other Frankenstein-based, like, derivative movies before watching this Frankenstein. So.
No, yeah, definitely. Frankenstein is so iconic that he's I don't know, he's kind of been everywhere. I always thought he was like just a cool dude, not really like a horror character, you know? Yeah, Frankenstein's always been like a real like childlike dummy or a retarded kind of person. Every time I saw him, you know, like in cartoons or movies, is like, duh, I'm Frankenstein, duh, my brain, you know.
I mean, he is a reanimated corpse. In the movie, they don't explain how his brain can be sending signals to his limbs again without constant need of electricity. Yeah. But it's fantasy. I think honestly the appeal of the movie to me is seeing first how Frankenstein gets created, and then seeing Frankenstein interact with people and people responding to Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm. No, and it starts out with what obviously Dr. Frankenstein, because the Frankenstein isn't technically named Frankenstein. He's the
Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
Wow. I hear this all the time. And the first time you hear it, it's like, oh, cool, I didn't know that. But like the 200th time, I'm like, yeah, I fucking get it. Oh my goodness. It's a colloquial thing. Woo! Frankenstein's monster. Who's Frankenstein? Well, you see, Frankenstein was a scientist. No, Frankenstein. Well, I know, I'm not like dunking on you. It's just something I've heard a lot.
For the sake of the rest of this review, we will refer to him as Frankenstein and not Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Frankenstein, the doctor, is making a Frankenstein monster, and he's like, oh man, I'm going to bring my own creation to life, and he's gathering body parts, and he's going to
just reproduce. I guess he doesn't have a chick around.
He does though. That's crazy. He does have like a chick, but he's just so like he's having that god complex where he so wants to create life in this way and like reanimate it, you know,
raise from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
There is a power in that, bringing people back from death. But it's like, well, you're still trying to point what causes life in the first place. And yeah, sure, it's like all the muscles moving and whatever, but what starts the muscles moving? You know? Like, what's, like, I guess it's being incubated. But what exactly starts the muscles moving? What exactly happens when somebody dies and their, like, muscles just stiffen up? Rigor mortis.
Yeah. There's no energy in them or whatever collectively what you call energy, like that leaves the body and is in motion, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
So so I don't know why, but he has this like dude for an assistant with a humpback. I don't know why. Like kind of
it
a
is
weird part
weird.
of the story.
You know, it's something I've noticed. People think that, like, I think his assistant, right, has like a big hump on his like neck kind of back situation. It makes me wonder, is that genetic or is that poor posture?
Man, I don't know. I feel like it would be genetic, just being back in the day like that. I feel like it would.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. And so he's got all of this dead corpse tissue on this cold metal slab where he constructed Frankenstein, and he's doing all the electricity connecting points, and then he's like, "Let's go!" Right? And when he's alive, he screams, "He's alive!" Very
Oh yeah,
famously.
very iconic. My favorite part right before this was when that humpback or that dude with the humpback gets the brain from the lab, and he gets like the regular brain, breaks it, and he's like,
Then drops
"Oopsies,
it.
oopsies, let me grab the other one," and it's a criminal brain or a bad dude's brain.
This will be interesting experiment because Frankenstein's alive. He's acting weird. He's
Hmm.
acting like he has no communication whatsoever. He does no words. But all attempts to keep this monster under wraps fails miserably, and he
Hmm.
just ends up wandering the streets.
Well, he's like a newborn, like a toddler, and
Yeah,
he's got that like I said, that retard strength from being like really dumb but really big.
yeah.
And yeah, he's just like not wanting to be there. He's super afraid of fire, which I get. Fire is pretty fucking scary when you see it for the first time.
Yeah, and oh man, my favorite part of this movie is he walks up to the little girl and she's counting like she's doing the pedal thing. She loves me, she loves me not, she loves me, whatever. She's doing that. Frankenstein comes around. She shows him how to do the thing. And he's like, okay, right?
Hmm.
And he has picked all the pedals. And so he decides to throw her in the lake.
He ran out of
Like, this is his
flowers.
solution.
He ran out. He's like, man, I'm gonna see if she'll float just like the flowers. And
And no, she didn't. She just drowned.
with this movie, I'm gonna, of course, like look at it in a realistic way. Like, man, you're telling me this girl can't swim like in that like little body of water, but whatever. Like, that's still pretty terrible. Him just throwing a girl into the water.
Oh, this is the moment before he threw the girl in the water. I was like, oh, he can actually learn and he can actually have some sort of human connection. Oh, that's nice and sweet. He's gonna be nice to you, girl. Okay, interesting. Oh, you just fucking throw her in the river. There she goes. I hope she can swim.
Oh wait, she can't. Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Shit.
Exactly.
So after he throws in the river, he's like, "Oh shit," and runs off. He's like, and then runs off, all fucking scared.
Of course, when you have a child thrown into the river, it's likely the parents are going to hear about it and get really fucking pissed.
Hmm.
And
And
with that, people are like, oh, but what if he injures my kid? Or what if he injures my stuff? And that creates a mob. And so all the villagers are like, we're going to go to the Frankenstein's castle to get rid of this monster because he sucks.
and this is all during Frankenstein the doctor's wedding, so everybody's tripping out with all that going on in the village. And yeah.
Terrible wedding, by the way. Hey, your undead monster's loose.
Shit happens, man. It's always on the wedding day. Shit goes down. Like, oh my god, this just sucks.
It's true. I guess it makes
Bad luck.
for an interesting wedding day.
It's a story to tell, right? But yeah, they go to where is this where they go to, like, the castle? They try to get Frankenstein. He flips out and he goes takes his like doctor to the windmill, right? Because he fucking
Yeah.
beats the shit out of him or does something. I can't remember what he does to him.
I think yeah, it just goes to the windmill. And the windmill's like a really strong central point of the
Hmm.
movie.
Takes him up to the windmill, and the doctor's there trying to like reason with his creation, and it won't reason with him, and he ends up like ragdoll throwing him off of the fucking balcony off onto the windmill.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was actually
Um
pretty funny.
he's just throwing people. This is a common trait now. We've seen it with the little girl. You've seen it with his fucking creator. Who else he's going to throw? And so obviously the mom's like, we got to get rid of this guy. We gotta get rid of him.
And yeah, that they do that. They fucking see that the doctor is okay, I guess, from that throw. I think he does survive. But they're
Damn it.
like, no, they're like, this can't happen. So let's burn the fucking windmill, and they burn the shit out of fucking Frankenstein.
That is his only weakness. So
Is loving
he's
too
burned.
much? Oh,
Yeah. He burn. He's he. I didn't know human flesh burns that easily.
I feel like that's our only weakness is like fire. Like, you know, I
That
think
can't be our only weakness.
I mean, yours is what, electricity? You're in that Pokemon. You're a water type, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm a water grass type. So my weakness is actually, what would be? It would be a 2 times ice, and then a 1 time ground. No, 1 time ice. 2 time flying. Is there any fucking super effectives? 2 times electricity.
Mm-hmm.
What are the other fucking weaknesses? Poison, flying, fire. God damn it.
That's
Whatever.
right. Grasses.
You don't need to know this Pokemon autism stuff. Even though I just kind of said it without consideration.
No, but yeah, so the Pokemon Frankenstein's weakness is fire, and it's super effective. Super effective.
Very
It burns
super
him
effective. He's dead. He should have never been alive. You know, is it the brain that gives him the personality, or is it the body parts?
I don't know, because that's what I was thinking too. Like, of course, it was like I don't know, it meant to be comedic, but it was like, oh, he picked the bad guy's brain instead of the good guy's brain. But just because you're putting a bad guy's brain into that body doesn't mean it's gonna be a bad person coming back to life. I don't know. I just feel
what
like
determines a good versus a bad person's brain? Is there even any physical difference between the two?
What they were saying was like smoothness or some sort of
smoothness.
Yeah, like a smoothness at a certain point, part of the brain, that made it evil or not able to feel. But I mean, this Frankenstein seemed like he could care. He just, like you said earlier, he's misunderstood.
Very misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, he's dead, and that's pretty much the end of the movie.
That is where it ends. Like, all of a sudden, it's like, oh yeah, he's dead, and then Dr. Frankenstein's all right. Let's drink some wine or whatever, and that's it. That's where it ends. The music plays, and it's like, oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, now I have a theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where I've seen a bunch of movies where they end abruptly. I'm like, oh, that's it? Okay, I guess that's it then. Now, fucking all these terrible, god-awful movies, they leave maybe 5-10 minutes after the climax, the resolution. And I hate that. But now I understand why it's a thing, because people will complain that the movie was too short. But there has to be like a natural resolution. In order for people to like general audiences to like it. I personally like the quick bam, the movie's done, he's dead. I like that because it's like, oh, well, that's the end of the story. Right. I don't have to like sit here and like, oh, when the fuck's the movie done? I already know what happened. He did the thing. Now I know they're going to reconcile. I know what's happening here. Do I need to spend 5 minutes in something I know is happening in the first 30 seconds of the scene? So
yeah, and that I believe, like, back then, old-timey movies, people didn't have bladders like we do now, and probably had to pee real bad after an hour.
What do you mean they don't have bladders like we do now? We didn't evolve bladders to be bigger over 60 years.
I don't know the science behind it. I'm just, I'm just looking at the data.
Okay, you're looking at data. The data is all
Well, that and it had to have that resolution because it scared people so bad. I'm sure, like that shit was scary to them. And it's like, oh
Yeah.
no, he's dead. Everything's fine. Da da da. Dude, happy ending. Go home, sleep tight, sleep all right.
He's dead. He's gone. You don't have to worry about the monster anymore.
Mm-hmm,
He's not
mm-hmm.
going to come haunt you, after all.
Exactly.
What would you rate this?
I'd give it like a good 8. I think it was a good movie. Probably like one of the best like oldie talky black and whites I've seen, and it had, I don't know, the monster was badass. It had a lot of extra things to think about. Like it was a clear cut. Oh, he's the bad guy. Everyone thinks that, but there's more to it than that, and it gives you more questions, to think about with nature versus nurture. But what would you
No.
give it?
An 8 as well. I like the movie exploring the complexities of Frankenstein as he waddles about trying to understand the world. He just seems like a very confused toddler to me, like you mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So when all the people come at him, they're like, "Oh, you suck, ugly man. Go. Goodbye. You're monster man." Then I was like, "Oh, it's destroying the innocent." But also, even though he was innocent, he was still throwing people off of things. But could he be taught? That's a question I
Mm-hmm.
want answered.
Yeah, he was just learning in his environment. I don't know. I feel like he could have, but we wanted to treat him like a monster because he looked like one. So,
Yeah.
but definitely no. But we do have a game here. I'm calling it
Ooh.
Frankenstein'd because I used Grok on the AI image generator on Twitter,
All right.
and I told it to Frankenstein 2 things together, and they could be random, they could be celebrities, they could be things, but you're gonna tell me what is combined with what. So it's just 2 things. This combined
Okay.
with that. So let me bring it up here. Do you know what this is combined with what?
Is this a person combined? Wait, no, this is a rabbit woman?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you know do you know what woman I put in? Whose woman's name I put in? Celebrity?
Jill celebrity. Oh fucking what's her face? Sydney Sweeney?
Oh no, you'd see a huge tits on this thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, her
that's all
tits
she
were
is.
cut off. I couldn't tell. Uh, um oh fuck. It's a bunch of women. Scarlett Johansson.
She's a singer,
Uh fuck.
real
Who's that?
popular singer.
Oh, real popular singer. Isn't that Adriana Grande?
No, no.
Bad Bunny, the female version?
That'd be funny. That's funny. That's pretty funny, and that deserves applause. I put Taylor
This is bitch
Swift.
funny.
I put Taylor Swift combined with a rabbit. Frankenstein with a
Oh,
rabbit.
I don't fucking look at Taylor Swift that often.
Oh, I see a lot of Taylor Swift. I'm into like,
I see it now.
yeah. You do see
Yeah.
it, right? When you look at it, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that does look like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I do see it.
Next year, do you know what is combined with what?
What the fuck? Is this Groot with a flamethrower?
That's pretty much it. I put combine a flower with a flamethrower, and that's what it gave me off of Grok.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is what it gave me.
Hmm.
Yeah,
This is pretty cool.
a flower with a flamethrower. Do you know what I asked for it to combine here?
Combine the faces of Goblin and Trump.
A
I
goon and a
guess
goblin.
a goon and a goblin. I don't know.
This is combine a Republican and a Democrat. That's exactly what I put.
What the fuck is the ears? What is this? Is he a Vulcan?
I don't know. And if that's Democrat, does it mean Democrats are like goblins? You know, 'cause I believe it. I believe it.
Goblins.
I believe they're like goblin-like reptilians. Do you know what I asked it to combine here?
This is a bulldog with a grenade launcher.
It's pretty much it. I said, can you do a puppy with a machine gun?
Oh,
This is what it gave me.
that's a machine gun. It looks like a grenade launcher.
It does, right? It looks like a heavy
Yeah.
duty caliber, like a grenade launcher or something like that. But I thought it was pretty cool.
How does a grenade launcher work? When you hit the button, does it pull the pin?
No, it like, because you put pellets. They're not grenades. They're like pellets that shoot, I guess, the grenade out of the shell, and then it explodes whenever it hits something. You know.
Oh, interesting.
I think I'm going off of Resident Evil logic because that's the only game I've played with a grenade launcher that I could think of.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm not sure.
Fun.
They sound very unsafe. Do you know what I asked to combine here?
Is this a bee and a monkey?
Yeah, I think a chimp and a bee, like a chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty creepy.
It was weird. I don't like it. Its wings are too small to hold its fat body up in the air. But the chimpanzee does not care anyway. The chimpanzee flies anyway, because chimpanzee does not give a shit about human laws of aviation.
God bless America. I do believe that. This is written. Do you know what I asked this to be combined?
What the fuck is this? A crystal praying mantis? This looks cool.
Yeah, actually, I put combined diamonds with a praying mantis.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty cool. That'd be a cool fucking necklace for a rapper to wear or something.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you know what I asked for it to combine here?
Combine a demon and an angel.
That's exactly the answer. God damn it. Yeah, an angel and a demon. That's it. Wow. How fucking creative was I on that? Wow. Lastly here.
A flamingo pizza?
Yeah, I did. You got it right. I asked Grok to combine a pizza with a flamingo. And this is what it gave me.
So it's like it's wings. I thought it would make like the entire body of a flamingo, but instead of it being pink and feathery, it'd just be pizza.
That's what I was hoping, but it kept spitting out like just a flamingo on top of a round pizza. And I'm like, no, like I had a picture in my head of what a flamingo combined with a pizza would be, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And it would never spit it out the way I wanted to. Like, I'm like, God
That's
damn
why
you.
AI sucks. Dog shit.
But you know what doesn't suck dog shit is the links where they could find not AI content. Where are the links? They're right here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can go check out. I do daily movie reviews every day at 7 p.m. Eastern time. YouTube.com/ASC Presents. You want to check out my other spicy sites, help support the daily grindiness and all the other spicy stuff. You can go check out autisticboobs.com, or you can check out this link tree right here, linktr.ee/titsmansalad. That's where you can find me.
Your legs just as beautiful as a flamingo and just as delicious as a pizza. And you can find the That's All Funny podcast anywhere podcasts are available. Just search That's All Funny. You can find That's All Kayfabe and Tits and Areolas with Mint Salad anywhere podcasts are available. Just search That's All Kayfabe or Tits and Areolas with Mint Salad. Or check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Lorenzo Arreola, for watching this every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. ET. I think that's that's when we do it. That's when we do it. We're always doing it. So on Tuesdays. So I want to thank y'all for watching us do it. We'll keep doing it, and we'll do it. And thank y'all for thank her. She's doing it. She's doing it right now. Thank y'all, everyone.